Yo, yo.
Let's go.
Ooh, I can't hear you for some reason.
Oh, I
You
was.
might. There we go.
Can you hear me now?
Yep, I can. My
I
bad.
was. I was saying, black people, we can never start on time. You know what I'm
And
saying?
it's difficult out here in our world, man. I'm telling
Yeah.
you.
Yo, shout out to everybody. Welcome to Solo TV 84. We got a special guest back in the building, Elijah. For those who don't remember, I interviewed him back in August, right? Elijah, let the audience know who you are and what you're about, bro.
What's good, man? Thank you so much for having me. What's up, y'all? Glad to be here again. It's the second time. So yeah, I'm Elijah, and what I do basically is I'm a college student. I'm 21, graduating as a computer science major in Wash U in St. Louis, and I just do YouTube, but usually just talking about like crypto and not just crypto, but like investing. Crypto has been a big part of that now because of just how huge this space is getting. So um, finishing out school and just making videos about how to grow your assets in any capacity, crypto, stocks, or just real estate investing, which I'm not there yet with that either, but like that's kind of like the mission, the goal, the accumulate the bag in all spaces.
Hey, yo, Elijah, let the cats know, like, how old are you, bro?
I am 21.
Guys, he's 21 years old, man. 21, and he's already focused on this crypto, on this financial wealth. He's going to school, and this dude can hoop too. I didn't know that
A little bit, not crazy. But a little bit.
until I saw your video. You was dunking. I was like, oh man, now I really feel old, bro. I can't get up like that no more. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got old man's legs now. So, Elijah, last time we spoke, the market was looking very bearish, right? Back in August when we spoke. Now the market, obviously, there's a lot of positive sentiment. I was just looking at the fear to greed index is at 73. Shiba Inu has done phenomenal. What is your take on the market? How do you feel about the market? What are you seeing right now?
It's running on full throttle. I think engines are hot. Every engine that's a part of the market, the utility factors, the one we talked about NFTs a lot, and we saw that it was super important. NFTs kept the market running for a long time. Like, I mean, crypto was bad, but like, things were still going on. Like, we knew NFTs were having projects. We knew people were dropping projects. We knew, like there's some utility aspect of cryptocurrency in the backside of things. Like, it's not just we're trading on the market. There's other things you can do in the cryptocurrency space and blockchain. You can do a lot more than just trade. So I think that was super important for the market at that time. And then looking now, fast forward to today, We're seeing investment coming from every angle. Every government, like not just even just government, but like right now the SEC approved the first Bitcoin ETF ever. So we're looking at a $5.4 trillion market in ETFs in the United States that now potentially could have access to the blockchain market. So that's insane. That's a lot of numbers. That's a lot of zeros. There was a post, and I know I'm renting right now. And
No,
this
go
is
ahead, bro. Get your rant on, bro. That's what you're here for.
But yeah, this lady Kathy Woods, she's the CEO of ARK Invest, which is a huge investment fund. I think they manage over 50-something billion dollars.
Yeah,
And
facts.
years
Yeah.
ago, she mentioned like, Bitcoin is going to be insane. Like, and Bitcoin had a $6 trillion market cap. Today, if you fast forward, we're probably looking like over $1 trillion in market cap. That's an insane amount of X's returns in the market. Not just returns, but like growth. Like this is
No. So when Kathy Woods got into Bitcoin, it was at $6 billion, not trillion.
six
But
billion, $6 billion.
yeah. Now Bitcoin, as I'm looking at the price live, it's 1.15 trillion, and that's like in 4 years, man. So there's a lot of money has come in the last 4
The
years.
important thing
A lot
that
of money.
yeah, the important thing she was talking about like the monetary policies and like the monetary system of the U.S. and like also the world. And she mentioned something about like $8 trillion as like the financial gap or system that they could potentially replace with cryptocurrencies and blockchain and it being a part of like transactions, maybe not in the front layer of like going to the stores to like buy stuff, but on the back end, like at least on the internet itself. Like if you're trying to make any transactions, a business between a different business or wherever the case may be, trying to buy service, like the world is changing as we know it. Like,
Hey, Elijah, you talking about Web 3.0, right? Because
yeah,
right now we're in Web 2.0. A
that's
lot
right.
of these brothers don't realize, see, this is where this whole Facebook now turned into meta thing comes in. Like, people got to understand the internet is evolving, guys. And I've been talking about this with the NFTs, the virtual reality, the gaming. But Elijah, let's talk about that because you touching up on that. I'm glad you are. Will do you think that because when I look at Web 3.0, right, I'm looking at now every like things are decentralized where now you're gonna YouTube, if they don't adjust, I think within 10 years, YouTube is gonna be a dinosaur. You know what I'm saying?
I think so. And the important thing I think about that is like, how are you incentivizing people to be a part of like, these organizations, like whether it's YouTube, like right now, I mean, they're paying creators like, um, whatever they're paying creators for content, right? It's like
Yeah, I mean, think about it. You go on Varsity, they pay you for watching Theta. I mean, they've got these different.
exactly. So now it's like you can get paid in a different ecosystem, and with not just NFTs itself, but like NFTs kind of plays into that too because you can create your own ecosystem and have your supporters like YouTube if you're making content. You they can support you and have in that economy that you're creating whatever the value exchanges from that perspective, right? So it just gives a lot of leverage to people like individuals, especially creators. And right now we see that it's super hot. Like Tory Lanez released an album that sold out in like 1 minute. He releases NFTs or his album through NFTs and sold out in 1 minute. We just see like the utilities there. Like it's right now I think the entire market is hot. Like there's a lot of good things that are going to come out of this, not just trading wise, but like with Web3.
And I think with Web 3.0, right, Elijah? One thing, because my channel has been blacklisted, and I know that for a fact, because I used to do a lot of controversial content, right? Not even going cap about that. But if you think about it, on a decentralized platform, there's no censorship, right? Unless it's based on a consensus that, hey, we need to censor this guy. So what I'm saying is for you guys that don't understand, some of these platforms, they don't have a feminist CEO that's going to block you because you're talking about Instagram or TikToks, right? It's based on a consensus where a majority would have to vote to be able to block you. And that would be if you posting something on the extreme in regards to something that might be illegal or criminal or something like that. But on the positive side, imagine, guys, you get paid for watching me in tokens, right? Theta, for example, you get paid in T-Fuel. I mean, this is going to be a game changer. Now you have, and I've talked about this before, you have certain NFT platforms, Elijah, where people, gaming platforms too, where you'll get paid in gaming tokens. So while you're playing video games, those NFTs that you're collecting, they're actually going to be worth something. People don't understand. The whole world is about to change, man. The world as we know it, it's going to change drastically, especially in the next 2 years, but more so in the next 10 years. And it's going to be like this movie called Ready Player One. Have you seen that movie, Elijah?
I've heard about it plenty of times, never really seen it.
Yeah, oh, you got to watch it. But what is your take on Facebook now going into Meta? Do you think that's a positive thing? Because Facebook, as you know, recently they were exposed by a whistleblower for trying to manipulate the public, which doesn't shock me because you should already know Eric Snowden exposed that like a decade ago. So, as well as WikiLeaks. So, I've been off of Facebook for 4 years now because I just don't rock with Mark Zuckerberg. He looks like a zombie to me. I'm just saying. But Elijah, what's your take? Do you think that's a positive for the crypto space? That Facebook now is trying to do this whole virtual reality thing where they're trying to basically have people live their lives online, or what is it a negative? What's your take on
So
that?
I think it's interesting. Facebook itself, the entire journey of Facebook has been very crazy. I was just talking to it with a friend of mine actually just now. Like from the birth of Facebook, it's always been kind of shades, and the way they acquired Instagram was also pretty shady. And
Oh yeah, Zuckerberg don't play, man. He does takeovers, bro,
yeah,
from,
so like
from the beginning.
exactly. So it just seems like I don't know. Like I would love to see more decentralized platforms actually win in the Web3 world. I mean, Facebook doesn't like they're here's the thing with Facebook. I mean, they see it coming. They see these decentralized platforms coming, and they see it as a threat. So they want to get ahead of it, and they want to win the market in the best way they can by trying to incorporate some aspects of it. But at the end of it, Facebook is a centralized platform. Like it's never going to be able to achieve in the same way what blockchain platform would. But then on the other hand, Facebook is trying to create a whole different experience. It's not the same. They want to make, you know, take the world that you're already currently living in, where, like if you're using devices and you're on Facebook or Instagram or, you know, that's a whole world of its own. Like, you know, that's how we live now. Like everyone's, not everyone, but like majority of people live online in some capacity. So, like you were saying, like we're just heading in this direction. Like 5 years, 10 years, we're gonna look back and be like, "Wow, that was freaking quick." But like,
That was fast. I mean, you
at the
you
end,
got to think about it. 10 years ago, there wasn't no Uber or Lyft or no ride shares in 2011.
exactly,
So you got to understand, like, everything is evolving fast. There's a lot of people sleeping on that, right? And that's why people like you and we're trying to wake people up. You know what I'm saying? We're trying to wake people up. That's why when people ask why I've pivoted my content fully to crypto, it's because, guys, the future is knocking at our door, literally knocking at our door.
I find it very interesting that you're able to participate in the economy and get rewarded for it in a way that you never really could before. Like you were mentioning, and the most important thing I want to hit on that you mentioned earlier was like, I believe the platform. I don't know. You said something fuel, and the other
Theta.
data fuel, and then the other one. So like getting incentivized to be a part of the economy, like for YouTube in this sense. Like if you're a viewer on YouTube, yes, you get the video, you watch it, you pay for it with your attention, but you don't get rewarded. Like you just watch the video and you move on. Like the content creator themselves, they do get rewarded, but like they get rewarded pennies on whatever they are generating on the back end from advertisement or whatever the case may be. So getting rewarded to be a part of the economy is insane. Like if you like something, like that's a token that you might get from a platform that's worth actual value that you can convert into something else in the future. So I just think, it rewards everyone for being in the system in a sense, and kind of at least if you're participating in it.
And guess what?
Exciting.
It also incentivizes you now to watch me. Like, think about it. People
Exactly.
might watch me for 5 minutes on this stream and then click off. But now, if you realize, hey, if I watch this whole thing, I'm gonna get paid in Theta or in the Varsity Bucks or whatever. I'm gonna make money watching solo now. Like now, it's like a double enjoyable experience. You know what I'm saying? You get to watch your favorite content creator and you get paid.
Yeah, it's
It's
like
amazing.
it's literally it's like a direct investment in your in the content creator you're watching or wherever it is, and and getting dividends on that investment of your time.
Facts. All right. So, real quick, guys, I do have to make some quick announcements because I've been getting hit up a lot. You know what I'm saying? And first, I want to say thank you to everybody who's been supporting me. Whether it's just by watching my stream, hitting the like button, whether it's watching, subscribing to the Patreon. The Patreon has been very active. We got a lot of new members, which I'm very excited about. So there's a lot of good conversations in front of the scene as well as behind. And also, guys, just to let you know, the Trendsetter cryptocurrency course for beginners is still active. You know, it gets updated all the time. You already know. We've had great reviews on it. Shout out to the brother who completed it. He completed it in like 2 days. And also, people keep asking me for advice. Listen, Elijah, I'm a businessman, bro. So you guys, listen, I can't be giving that. Like I get so many DMs and emails. You know, I do consultations again. If you guys are interested, I do a 90-minute beginner's consultation or a 120-minute, 2-hour crash course, right? So, Elijah, looking at the market today, right? I mean, Bitcoin was at 62,000 earlier, but it's been kind of going sideways. Ethereum had a really great weekend, of course, but everybody wants to talk about Shiba Inu. Now, when did you get into SHIB and what made you get into Shiba? And where do you think Shiba is at now? I know that's 3 questions. So
This is the funniest thing because honestly speaking, I got into Shiba from our conversation on this, like when we talked last August. Like I didn't purchase any then, but like I started to seriously consider it like from that moment when we had that conversation because it really just replayed the Dogecoin scenario with me. I mean, honestly speaking, Shiba Inu is it's great for cryptocurrency. One thing that always drives in the market is like hype, especially with like any coin. Like when it starts getting on the news and everyone knows about it, it's bound to see some growth. Like it's going to, and the community for Shiba Inu has been kind of tight for a long time. But honestly, it's riding the wave of the market really, really, really well. Moving forward, and I think you asked about like a ceiling. I look at the market cap and I see it's getting pretty high. I don't know how much higher.
Oh, wait, you jumped a little bit ahead of me, man. You jumped a little bit ahead of me.
My bad. I got a little. Yeah.
So here's the thing. What is your take on people who criticize and say, well, Shiba Inu doesn't have any utility?
I mean they're trying to create more like utility and other factors. I forget which project they're working on. I think with other smart contracts, like with Ethereum and a few other projects out there, I think they're trying to do some things. I'm not too like
So they recently got into the NFT space where they released 10,000 NFTs, and then also they're trying to create their own blockchain with Sharabium. I know I'm butchering it, but Shiba Inu is really doing a lot of moves behind the scenes, and I'm very excited because of the fact. Well, let's talk about SHIB because one of the things that's being talked about is the fact that AMC, the CEO, recently did a poll if people wanted Shiba Inu to be accepted as a form of payment, and 81% of the votes went to SHIB, right? So that's a very bullish sentiment. Like people are very bullish on it, right? And look, I understand that people, especially the old timers, right, that watch me, because I know a lot of them gave me the side eye when I started talking about Shiba Inu. And by the way, let me read the super chats real quick. I didn't forget. Shout out to Damon Wade. He says, "What's up, Solo? Good looking out on this one." Hey, no doubt. I mean, I'm just glad people are finally paying attention, man. I've been trying to tell y'all for years, you know. Shout out to John Thomas. He says, "Is it best to buy Ether to capture growth in NFTs?" Yeah, I mean, Elijah, what's your take? I mean, I know you're bullish on ETH. I mean, you already know I am. I think that
honestly, the name of the game is accumulate. Stop looking at the dollars and start looking at the amount of ETH you have, not the amount of dollars you have, but the amount of ETH you had. I think that's one shift I've had, at least in the way I think about it. I look at it as Ethereum as valuable to the point where it's like it's the oil. It's going to be the oil of what crypto is, at least for the next decade. It's going to power almost everything we're going to be seeing. Like, it's the energy right now. It's the engine. It's NFTs are birthed out of it. DeFi was birthed out of it. DAOs were birthed out of it. Like, everything is coming out of this space. So as many ETH as you can get.
Yeah, and here's the crazy part, right? Elijah, people might think that ETH is too expensive now. I think 4 years from now, we're gonna wish that ETH was $4 grand again. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Honestly,
I don't know what the price will be 4 years from now, but I know for a fact it's not gonna be what it is today
hey,
because ETH is highly underrated, man. Facts.
they're opening the doors to $8 trillion of like into the economy of crypto, like with ETFs and pension funds and everything else. So like, shit ton of money is going to flow into this. I don't know if I'm allowed to curse here, but a lot of
Yeah,
money
yeah.
into this space. So, yes, it's going to be crazy valuable, especially something, like moving on to like, I mean, there's a lot of problems with gas fees and whatever the case may be, but like these
Facts.
engineers are building every day on top of this to make, better layer solutions on top of it. So it's the name of the game. I'm just going to just go straight to it is accumulate ETH in honesty. I think it's important.
Yeah, and like I said, me personally, I think that if Eve were to go up to 10,000 by the end of the year, I'm not saying it will, but it wouldn't shock me if it did. I still would think that's a great price to get it at. I mean, obviously, this is not financial advice. I'm just talking about what I would do. I would dollar cost average, obviously, but I think that um, if you got some Ethereum, you good because you got to remember Ethereum now is going to be getting scarce because of the fact that people are going to be locking it away, right? So I mean, ETH is going to be it's going to be a game changer in regards to fueling Web 3.0 as we've been discussing earlier. Now, Elijah, I got to bring up storage real quick. I mentioned this on my Instagram, and you talked about it, and I
Yeah.
I mentioned actually storage. I've been talking about it on my live stream, not every live stream, but since August when it was like $1.09. And a lot of people are like, okay, yeah, but what makes this special compared to BitTorrent or other open source cloud storage um, platforms, right? But I'm looking at the bigger picture here, Elijah, and by that I mean look at all the companies that have been compromised this year, right? Some of the biggest companies have been compromised and
Mhm.
whatnot. And where do you see cloud storage, open source blockchain going in the future? Not just with storage, but just in general. What's your take on that?
When I looked at this, I thought it's pretty exciting. It's actually interesting to me because like working with like you know data centers and trying to rent out some server or computers, like it's just like or for the use of storage for like whatever you're trying to run, whatever programs or whatever it is that you want to do with us, server. And right now it's like kind of like you're trusting one entity to you know preserve your data, take care of whatever it is that you got going on. Azure, AWS, currently the biggest two. But like this one right here, I mean, it
Well,
just
well, Elijah, do you remember? And this is funny. Remember a month ago when the whistleblower was in Congress, right? And then Facebook and Instagram just happened to be coincidentally down.
yes, that was very, very, very interesting. I was like, wow, like this kind of the biggest thing out is like they were supposed to be talking about like the fact that they were in trial, but like something bigger was happening, which was Facebook being down. So kind of the news kind of didn't really hit as hard as it should have because there was some sketchy stuff going on in that trial.
Right. Now, if they had storage, that probably wouldn't have happened because it's peer to peer. So it's not just
Yeah,
centralized, right? The cloud, I'm talking about the cloud aspect, not the servers necessarily.
exactly. Because the
Um,
data is stored everywhere. Like it's going to live on a blockchain, so it's going to be stored everywhere. You have access to,
everywhere.
unless every computer that's connected to that network manages to get like overrun or shut down, or there's a 51% of whoever owns storage in this case, right? 51% of the tokens votes against something. That's the only case where you would see like something go down, but like otherwise, it's like
And
you
you
know,
know what? There's three things that stood out to me for storage. Number one, obviously we know it's peer to peer, right? But you can earn the token if you mine it, if you got space to, which is dope. So you can mine storage and earn it, right? And I know you can do that too with other like Filecoin and BitTorrent, I believe you can do that as well. But number two, you know I'm a fundamentalist, right? You know, shout out to all my technical analysis. Shout out to December, DeMarco. He shouted me out recently. You guys make sure y'all subscribe to that brother as well. He's a dope brother. But when you look at this, right? I mean, the market cap is not really that high in regards to it, right? You're looking at the market cap right here, and then you're looking at the total circulating supply versus the supply, which is 424 million. This price can jump right up, right? And so what I'm saying is, it hit an all-time high of 399 for its all-time high, right? It's at 391 on market cap, but 399 on Life Coin Watch. I mean, to me, it wouldn't shock me, Elijah, if this, 5x'd to $10 by the beginning of January.
Yeah, honestly, I mean, this could even, looking at where the market is currently going, it could also 10x. And this is not financial advice at all. This is just me looking at the market at 677 million, and looking at what other cryptos are able to accomplish in a matter of like 1 or 2 months.
Right. And so think about it, Elijah. If my math isn't off, if it 5x's, right, and was at $2 a moment ago. So let's say the market cap is around 750 million. So if it 5x's, that's 3.5 billion. Shiba Inu's market cap right now is at 40 billion, and it's not even at a penny yet. So imagine the market cap going to 3.5 billion, and I know 3.5 billion is nothing to sneeze at, but still, that's not a lot in the crypto space. Let's be real for a coin. So 3.5 billion would put it at $10.
Yeah.
So imagine what happens if this is at a 40 billion market cap. Woo!
Yeah, this is I can't go anywhere without giving a shout out to Solana. Solana is the always going to be something that I see a lot of value in as well. So that's something else we'll probably talk about at a different time. But Solana is another exciting project in crypto.
Solana's really, really gone up this year.
Yeah, they're about to flip Cardano, I believe, in the market pretty soon. Pretty tight. But Solana is just geniuses behind this space in craziest levels, like trying to up the transaction speed, fix all of Ethereum's problems. I mean, at least that's how, in theory, the design and how it's supposed to look, right? It's supposed to fix the problems of the gas fees and the transaction time. Like, with NFTs right now moving to Solana because the gas fees are low, the transaction speed's high. So like, it's a fluid market. You're able to do more in a fluid market where the cost of entry is low. It allows a lot more people to enter the space. So scalability is endless in a setting like that. So this is one project that is hella exciting. I think the ceiling is super high. I would compare it to Ethereum today. That's the ceiling for this in a couple years, not even just like.
Oh, wow. You're very bullish on Solana. Okay, I like that.
It's right now, it's like not just even just the utilities, but it's insane the ecosystem that they're building. I'm telling you, so it's kind of fire.
Yo, salute to O'Shea Duke Jackson in the building. What up, O'Shea? Hey, good to see you on the crypto show. Phenomenal YouTuber. You already know, man. It's your boy O'Shea. Shout out to O'Shea, man. Appreciate your support. I'm not gonna lie, Elijah. I'm salty that I missed out on Solana. I didn't want to buy the top, and then it dipped to 120, and I was like, man, it's still too high. Because I remember when Solana was at like $40, and I was looking at it, and I was like, yeah, I'll get some Viche.
Yeah, I think the name of honestly, Solana, accumulate as much Solana, stake away, earn your 9%, whatever it is, rewards and staking, and just lock it away. Solana is going to be super, super important in the next couple of years for what is able to come out of blockchain. Because the question now is what's next? We've had NFTs, we've had DAOs, we've had every DeFi. We've had a lot of new spaces that have come out. What's next? Like, what's going to be powered next, and why is that thing going to be able to be accomplished? Like right now, we have decentralized exchanges on Solana's network, like Serum and the rest, right? PancakeSwap is one, I think, as well. So there's a lot of exciting stuff that's like going to be like coming out of this that's going to drive more people to enter the space. Like the reason we saw creators come in is because NFTs. So like, who is next in the level of adoption, in the next stage of adoption for this revolution that we're on? Like, because I mean, it's a revolution if you really, really, really like think about it. Like we had the internet shake things up, so now it's financially. I can make transactions with anyone in the world at any time through a private wallet, and that I don't know anything more insane than that.
And you know what? With Solana, right? If you look at it, the NFT boom, Mana has benefited as well yesterday because of the fact that Meta, aka formerly known as Facebook, announced that they're creating Metaverse. So I don't know if Decentraland, aka Mana, right, did very well. And I was sleeping on NFTs, and I got into the NFT game. I got into a coin that I researched known as Empire. It was like a quarter of a penny when I got in, and then boom, it just took off in 2 weeks. It went to like 15 cents, right? And shout out to everybody who got into Empire when I mentioned it. Right now, Empire, last time I checked, is at about 7 cents. So it's retraced, obviously, from its all-time high. But Elijah, you're right. I think the NFT gaming space, blockchain space, is going to be huge because people are always going to play computer games, video games, stuff like that. So I think that space is very, very huge. And a lot of these big YouTubers are mad because they want Bitcoin, these Bitcoin maximalists, they want Bitcoin to be number one. But as me and you, we have already discussed back in August, I can see Bitcoin easily being flipped by Ethereum in the next 4 to 5 years. You know what I'm saying? And I stand by that still. But there's still even coins in regards to usage cases that we haven't even thought of yet, right? Because of how the technology is going to be evolving and such. So this is an exciting time to be in crypto. I'm definitely excited. Now, real quick, the fear to greed index, as I said earlier, 73, right? Which is a very bullish sign, which means greed. So that's why I always, and this is not financial advice, but I always tell people, man, have a profit plan, right? Make sure that you don't get too greedy and have a profit plan. Now, Elijah, obviously it's not financial advice, but what is your take on taking profits? Do you have a strategy yet? Are you playing it how it goes? Do you have something written down? What's your take on how you plan to take profits in this bull run, bro?
This is one reason I love stablecoins. Stablecoins are amazing. There's USDC, USDT, Tether, and USD Coin. So these are just dollar to dollar. I mean, if you don't know, it's dollar to dollar match. So your dollar stays the same whenever you are to realize gain on any crypto. So you just convert it to stable coins. So my plan is over time, as the market moves, which is moving right now, taking profits where I see, the need to rebalance my portfolio. So I'm invested. And I'll just be transparent. Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, a little bit of Shiba Inu, Avalanche, and Polygon, and a few other stuff. But like based on like how the market moves and where the stage each blockchain I see at in terms of utility, and I gauge it using utility because when hype goes away, there needs to be something that fuels that market. Otherwise, there's too much dollars chasing too little. That's too little innovation that's happening. So when there's utility enough to drive the market, like we saw in the case of Ethereum and Solana and whatever else is, having whatever going on, right? So using that to get a sense of when I should be taking profit. So Ethereum, I think, is moving forward really nice. So maybe not going to touch that too much moving forward. I think when it comes to the more developed coins, it's a game of accumulation. Yes, you do want to sell, but like it's also like depending on the time frame you're looking to cash out. I'm not looking to cash out here in 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years. I'm looking to cash out 10 years from now.
But you are going to take a little bit of profit though.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. Like I will, and that's what stable coins are like.
Right.
Whatever, and the thing is 10%, 20%, 30%. And based on how the market's moving, if the market declines over 30%, in a matter of a couple, hours or days, that's a sign of, okay, we're heading in a direction that could be backwards. So maybe I should set a checkpoint here and take some profits. It could be you taking 20% profits, you're taking 30%, 40% profits, like whatever the case may be. But I still also think personally where I'm at, and what the risk level that I'm comfortable with, I'm more prone to hold a lot of the more mature coins like Bitcoin and Ethereum than I would sell them, because time in the market is more important for those coins because they're more established, and their rate of correction is not going to look the same as the other ones. I mean, right, it's been complex. We've seen 70% correction, 60%, 50%.
Heck, we've even seen 90% during the bear market. I mean, I have.
Exactly, but it was a less mature market at that time.
Yeah.
And not saying it couldn't regress back to something that looks like that, but the chances in my case right now, based off what I'm looking at, is less likely that it would correct 90%. I think we would probably see a 60%, where we would have seen a 90% in the past. So like this, the rate of it shaking that much is, I think, a little less than the past. So I think it's going to correct, but not as detrimental as it has in look 4 years ago and then 8 years ago before that.
Yeah. So Elijah, I was talking to another YouTuber earlier, you know what I'm saying, and I'm not trying to put him on blast or nothing, but he's like, man, is it too late? And I'm like, no, it's not late, man. You just in time, bro. Like,
it's November 1st.
But I think, Elijah, I'm going to be honest with you, and you can disagree with me, of course. I mean, we don't, I'm saying that's fine. But I think come December, if you try to, a lot of people are going to try to get in when it starts going to the top, right? And then, to me, depending on which coin you're looking at, yeah, you're going to be too late. What's your take on that? Because remember, I said this in August. I'm still being consistent that I think the bull market, the real, it'll start going to the top in December. But I think altcoin season will extend to January, maybe even early February. But that's my take on it from all the analysis that I've been doing and all that. But what's your take?
Yeah. So one thing I agree with. This is a pattern that I've noticed. The market gets hot, Bitcoin gets a run. The market starts getting hot. Ethereum usually picks up right after that, and their growths are not as insane as they used to be in the past. When I say Bitcoin picked up, I mean like 10%, and maybe like a day or so, right? Like that's pretty like, oh wow, 10% for Bitcoin, and that's not the case for every other altcoin, right? So Bitcoin gets 10%, and the reason it's significant for Bitcoin is because it means a lot of dollars are entering the space because Bitcoin is a $1 trillion market cap space. And then what happens is trickles down to altcoins because we like new investors look for.
Yeah, once it reaches the top, then it goes into the altcoins. Yep.
Exactly. So like I think when the crash that people expect, or I kind of expect as well, because we're kind of getting, it's always going to be up and down. So like when things start going good, that's when I start picturing scenarios of when it could go wrong, to prepare for it best. So, and that's what we're all looking for right now. Like when is the crash that's supposed to happen going to happen? And when that potentially does in the future, it will just, like it's stable coins again. And
yeah, I think, you know what I've said, and I'll stick by it. I've been saying this since September. I think they'll try to do like one final shakeout, right? In this month, where you may see like a mini bear market. It might last maybe a day or two, or maybe even 2 weeks, just to shake out people, like a lot of nope investors that are going to come in, especially through Shiba Inu and other meme coins. I think they're going to do one last final shakeout, and then starting December, it's just going to go.
Yeah, I think late November we should definitely see signs of everything starting to. Because right now it's just like it's back to all-time highs of the previous Bitcoin all-time high. But like what happens when Bitcoin hits an all-time high is it never stays there. It usually hits a new one. At least if we're talking about cycles. And 4 years ago, it did the same thing. And the craziest thing is like it's literally the same exact pattern. Um,
Exactly. Except
exactly,
at a higher value.
except at a higher value. And the thing is, one time happened in 2013, happened in 2017. So it's like it just looks like, I don't know if it's a coincidence that it happens twice in the exact patterns happening. So I think come December, market's gonna be like exploding. It's gonna be
Bro,
insane.
it's
Uh,
gonna be bro, it's gonna be bananas in December, bro.
I think so.
Listen, bro, it's gonna be bananas, bro. Listen,
Holiday season.
I mean, Elijah, you already know me, bro. But listen, when I'm getting emails from Bernice already talking about "I want you back, daddy," like you already know that's what the market is moving. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah,
it's gonna be Pog season December, bro. It's gonna be all types of things. I'm sorry, Elijah. Elijah's like, what's going on?
it's gonna be holiday season for sure.
It's gonna be holiday season. Facts.
Holiday
You know,
season.
yo, people have no idea what's about to happen, bro. And
And the
when
best
this
part
when
about it,
this happens, I want y'all to be like, yo, Solo told us it was gonna be a crash, then it was gonna be boom. Why do I say this? Because I've seen this before. 2017. Thank me later. Facts.
and the best part about it, what happens after all of that hype? We get a shopping spree afterwards when everything corrects afterwards.
I'm
Right?
telling you, bro, it's
We
gonna
take
be shop.
and we reinvest and
Man, we
accumulate.
gonna be great. We gonna listen, man. We listen. It's gonna be phenomenal, bro. I'm gonna be in Malta somewhere. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be chilling. I'll be in Malta somewhere with three of them things. You know, on a yacht. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be Gucci. It's
Either you,
gonna be all types of tricking. I'm gonna look like O'Shea Duke Jackson. The way I'm coming off the bat. Ain't no Birkins though.
that's right
Y'all,
about
y'all,
it.
y'all getting Walmart bags. Facts. Elijah's like,
Water
that's
was nice, not gonna lie.
that's not it, bro.
The
Now,
whole picture.
Elijah,
Yeah.
talking about meme coins, right? Let's get into that. Meme coins are a very risky investment, right? When I first started talking about Shiba Inu, it wasn't even listed on Coinbase at the time. Maybe it was just about to be. No, it wasn't listed in August on Coinbase. Now we're talking about it's about to be listed on Robinhood. But meme coins are a very risky investment. However, meme coins have been where most of the money has been going if you've been looking at it for the last 3, 4, 5 months. Now, recently, actually today, there's a meme coin that is based off a popular Netflix series, Elijah, called Squid Game. Have you heard of Squid Game? Have you watched it?
I've not seen it yet.
I haven't seen it. Don't care to because I'm a trendsetter. I don't follow the crowd. Not dissing you, Elijah. I'm just saying like when people say you gotta watch it, you gotta watch. I'm like, nah, I'm good. But there's like, and I did my research. There's like 5 variations of this Squid Game crypto already as a meme coin. Squid Game token, Squid Game coin. But this Squid Game, as it's known, they rug pulled Elijah. It got up to $2.5 million, and they rug pulled. Now, for those that don't know what rug pulled means, basically, the founders ran off with the people's money. Do you think, Elijah, when you hear a story like this, where this is based off a very popular streaming series or TV series, I mean, whatever you want to call Netflix in regards to Squid Game, do you think that this is a warning sign to people where it's going to scare them off meme coins? Or do you think people are still going to take that risk and double down even? What's your take?
I mean, people are gonna still invest in meme coins. I don't think it's gonna change much. It's kind of annoying, like to have this happen, but this happens all the time. No matter what industry you're in, there's always gonna be some type of scam and rug pull, like crypto, uh, any industry, like you name it. There is a rug pull that's happened, pyramid schemes and everything. So it's not something new. Not trying to rub it away and say it doesn't matter, but I think it's just one of those things that comes with money. Whenever money's involved, there's always going to be people that are going to try to take advantage of people in that space. So that's just one of those things. But I think a lot more people are a lot more reasonable about the crypto space now. Like they understand a little bit more. Not as like we still all don't know what the hell's going on, to be honest, right? But like as much as we could know, to be kind of safe in it. Not safe, but like understand the risks in it.
Yeah, and another thing I want to talk about, and I'm not here to talk about FUD, but one thing about me, Elijah, is we're going to talk about the pros and the cons, right, on my channel anyway. So there's a woman who put her life savings into Shiba Inu
Wow.
because her nephew, who's a redditor, and that's how told her to put 150,000 pounds in, right? When Shiba Inu was at like the 60 marker. For those that don't know, that's what I call it. So it was at 0.0000006. And then like literally the next day she lost like 36,000 pounds, which is, if you do the
Wow.
conversion, if I'm not wrong, that's like 72 grand,
She should have
right?
waited one more day. It went back up to 70 something.
Right. So she probably recovered if unless she took profits, right? But here's the thing, Elijah. And once again, this is not financial advice. But when I start hearing stories like this, it reminds me of kind of like 2017 when I heard about this family. They put their house on sale and then put the profits all into crypto. And another guy did the same thing. Now, obviously, Elijah, we're not here to give financial advice, but you probably shouldn't put your life savings into
Nah,
crypto.
that's wild.
What's your take on that, bro?
That's wild. I think there's a jumping in the water when you know how to swim, and there's jumping in the water when you don't know how to swim. Those are two different scenarios, and I don't think you want to jump in the water right here when you like. I mean, we're all speculating. At the end of the day, you can't bet your life on something. The only thing you can bet your life on is yourself. You should never be betting your life on some idea someone else is manifesting, unless it's your ideas that you're manifesting. We're just a part of this journey and experience. Like, you know, 100% do your own research.
Yeah,
Fact.
shout out to Brandon Thomas. Yeah, do your own research, guys. Listen, don't take my word or Elijah's word for it. We're not financial advisors, right? I'll be interviewing a financial advisor on Thursday on my channel, my CPA, but we're not financial advisors. So whatever coins that we're talking about, whether it's Solana or Shiba Inu or storage, whatever coins we're bullish on, don't take our word for it. Do your own research, man. Do your own research, and then if you have a financial advisor want to run by them, do it, because even with my CPA, I run stuff by her too all the time. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, guys. Because at the end of the day, cryptocurrency is very volatile, and a lot of people don't understand. Like, this is not like the stock market where it goes down 5% and oh my god. No, in crypto, man, sometimes we can go down 30% in like an hour. You know what I'm saying?
Black
So
open eyes. Yep.
you gotta, I always say this, Elijah, if you want to be in the crypto game, bro, you gotta have ice cold veins, bro.
That's
You know what
fact.
I'm saying? You can't get emotional if you lose 30% in 1 hour or 50% in one day. That's
Yeah,
just how the game goes, because we know you've been in the market, right, for a minute too, that eventually things will always go back up if you
that's
hop
just
long enough.
that's the craziest thing. We just know that's just how it goes. That's
Yeah.
just how it goes.
Shout out to Scott THW says, "What are your thoughts regarding No Nut November?" I'm a big fan of NoFap. I've been on NoFap for 2 years. I'm a big fan of semen retention. That's been harder to do because I do enjoy the company of Bernice or Nicole. Um, but yeah, man. I mean, No Nut November. Yeah, I mean, I don't know why you would ask me that on the crypto stream, but yeah, man.
Yeah,
Whatever helps you spiritually, mentally, physically, I recommend it, bro. I recommend it.
it's dope. No, not November. Take some
Yeah,
time for
facts.
yourself. So that's
Facts.
cool.
We can tell where his mind is at. See, his mind, Elijah, it ain't on the crypto, bro. It's not on the crypto. You know what? His mind is on the pogs, bro. It's on these things. I mean, we can listen, bro. Golly, man, that's why I do what I do. Anyway, moving on. We're almost done. Now, will Shiba Inu reach $1? Experts analysis as token surges by 164%. I remember when this conversation started coming up a few months ago, and everybody says it's crazy, right? But then a buddy of mine reminded me, remember XRP solo in 2017? I said, what do you mean? He said, well, XRP had a billion coins, right? Still does. And XRP in 2017 was around 3 to 7 cents. And they said that XRP could never hit $1, right? Well, what happened? XRP blew by $1 at the top of the altcoin season. XRP went to over $3, right? Now, I'm a realist, Elijah, and I know you are too. And right now, Shiba Inu in this version is at the 72 marker. how high realistically can Shiba go? Now, let me preface this. They just recently released an NFT market space in their Shiba swap. They're working on Shibarium, and I know I'm butchering it. There's rumors that they may be listed on Robinhood and that they may be doing a token burn. Do you think that with all of these things that Shiba might go have going for it, with the hype, all that Shiba could possibly reach $1? Or do you think that's just um, oversaturated hype? I mean, what's your honest take on this, bro?
Ooh, a dollar is a long stretch. Like it depends
I
on.
mean, hold on. Oh, and I gotta cut you off, Elijah, because you said there's gonna be what, $8 trillion coming in.
Yes,
So that would put the market cap at what, over 10 trillion, right? From what
it
it is
would.
now. Okay, okay.
It would
So
put it 10
even
trillion.
with an additional 8 trillion, you don't think that could be done?
That I don't think the 8 trillion is going to happen in a matter of years. I mean, if we're talking like a decade, I think it's possible for it to hit $1. Um, but we got some math over here.
And you know what? I agree with Brandon Thomas. I mean, here's my take. Um, well, I'm gonna let you finish, Elijah. But because me and you, we talked about this behind the scenes, right? Where do you think realistically Shiba could be at? This brother's eating, bro. Where do you think Shiba could be at by the end of the year or beginning of January, bro?
My bad. I hope y'all don't even mind. I just started eating.
Nah, man, I'm not tripping, but you know these
Uh,
Negroes are gonna say something. You know what I'm saying in the chat. I'm just letting you know they'll roast you, bro. Wait,
cheers.
what are you eating, bro?
I'm eating some rice cakes, some
Some
chocolate
rice cakes.
cakes. So, yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
okay. So the healthy eating is still on. That's good to know, brother. That's inspirational, man. You know you got to eat those rice cakes.
it really does taste good though.
Yeah.
But
Oh,
realistic, the way with my perspective on the market, not financial advice. I'm 21 years old. I don't know shit. Um, I don't know shit. But it just looks like Shiba Inu with a market cap of $38 billion. I mean, in order for it to 10x, it would have to be where Ethereum is, like as a platform. Ethereum developed that over course of time, like 2017, and having hella developers build these like financial applications on the platform and building projects like on top of the layer of Ethereum, bringing it more utility, right? Like more transactions happening, more people using the platform. I mean, Bitcoin is different. It's a store of asset. We know that for a fact. Like it's slow moving. It doesn't even really do much. Um, but in the case of Shiba Inu, I will have to see it do a lot of that over the course of time. 4 or 5 years, I think it's possible. This run, I don't think we're gonna see anything more than a 2 or 3 times more than where it's already at. Like even at 3 times is kind of a stretch in my opinion. I think 2 times is more realistic in this run, like
so,
additional to
so,
what we already
so
see.
like a 0.001.
Um, is that what it would turn out to be? I think so.
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah.
Okay.
Um,
I think I agree with you. I think it could be at a 0.001, or where Captain Cisco says half a penny, right? But here's what I think. If it reaches that, well, he says in 1 year. Okay. In 1 year, that's very realistic. Um, I think that what's going to happen is there's going to be a lot of FOMO money coming into SHIB. And I could possibly seeing it go to 0.002 or 0.003. Maybe I think that if it would probably try to get to half a penny, but I think if it were to do that, it's going to be a major crash happening. Because what's going to happen is once it reaches half a penny, a lot of whales, and you don't, at that point you don't even have to be a major whale. You'd be good with 50 million SHIBs, right? And where you would profit still a lot of money. A lot of whales will be cashing out. And what I see happening is, don't be shocked, guys, if for some reason Robinhood, Coinbase, Crypto.com, oh, all their servers are down again. Oh, they're server overload, right? It's the
USDC.
same, huh?
USDC.
USDC.
You
Well,
don't need to liquidate to cash, you can always liquidate to crypto to preserve your
Right, but you got to be able to flip it into USDC first, right? And so this is a tip for people who are advanced or intermediaries. Obviously, then you would do a limit sell order, right? To do that, and hopefully it doesn't get canceled. But there's going to be a lot of people, just like in 2017, and I'm not trying to speak this into existence, but I know this for a fact because I've got sources at Coinbase. Salute to them that keep me posted. But don't be shocked if, for whatever reason, you can't get to Coinbase or Robinhood. Well, it already happened in Robinhood. It already happened last week when SHIB started to run up. Coinbase was down intermittently during the day, right? And now you're having an analyst say, Elijah, today that if Robinhood lists Shiba Inu, it would break the internet. What's your take on that?
Oh, I think that's a lot of dollars. Robinhood is the platform that brings people to investment spaces that never had access to ever in the past before. So that's gonna be a whole lot of dollars.
Well, but think about it, Elijah. If you remember last week when Shiba was going on that crazy run, right? I don't know if you heard the news, but people couldn't get on Coinbase to buy it, and even Crypto.com was out as well intermittently. So it wouldn't shock me. I mean, there's over 1 million people on a waiting list waiting to buy SHIB on Robinhood.
It's kind of insane. It's intense.
I think people
this is dope for the crypto space. I like to see this happen.
I like it too, but I just want people to understand that it's going to be a lot of money coming in the next 2 to 4 months. Heck, even in the next year, I think you're going to see, even though it's going to be a bear market, I think some coins are still going to be running crazy, right? Because look at what Shiba did. Shiba ran crazy in Bitcoin. The market wasn't really doing anything at that time, but Shiba was just going crazy. Empire had a couple good days too. Of course, you have also these one-off coins, Solana, that does well, and then Avalanche did well last week. Avalanche did very well last week, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. Axie Infinity, was on and off. So yeah, I mean, this is gonna be very interesting, guys. And guys, real quick, make sure, guys, to check out the Patreon. The Patreon is lit. For people who always ask me, well, what coin are you bullish on, this and that? I mean, listen, man, I got to be honest with you, man. My time costs because I'm so busy now. If you notice, I haven't been as active on YouTube lately because I'm so busy on Patreon giving the game over there. So Patreon is only $5 a month for the entry level, $10 for all the content or higher tier. Also, for those who want to do a one-on-one consultation with me, I do offer consultations again. So, you get the 90-minute session or the 120-minute crash course session. And for those who don't want to see my face, you can always buy the crypto course, right? And then, of course, follow Elijah here. Elijah talks not just about crypto, but also real estate, as he mentions, among other ways in regards to finances. He's only 21 years old, but he's already focused, man. Elijah, any final words to the audience before we take this out, bro?
Yes. First thing first, thank y'all for having me again. I love being here. I apologize for eating all over y'all's show. I just got a little hungry, man. I'm sorry. But yeah, man, like this next couple of years it's really gonna be really, really, really interesting. Cryptocurrency is opening the gates for economies that could have never existed ever in the past before. Like, I'm able to make transactions with my cousin in Nigeria right now, like send him money or have him send me money in the form of crypto. And this is the most minuscule way to think about it, but like, it's honestly the most important aspect of it. We're able to make transactions anywhere in the world, borderless, limitless, in a blink of a second. You're able to exchange value with somebody. So like, it's exciting, to say the least. But thank y'all for having me. If you want to check out anything that has to do with financial freedom, which is what I'm about, a lot, getting to the bag, get the freedom, not just the bag, but like the freedom of time that comes with it and location. Like, be able, in a world where work is seen a certain way, but like being a part of an economy could give you, you know, that reward and that value back in yourself. So thank y'all for having me.
All right. And before we leave, there's a couple super chats. I'm going to just read them real quick. Scott MTH says, I 3X my investment on Chip. Will it go to a penny? We just talked about that, bro. Like, where were you 5 minutes ago? No, we don't think it'll go to a penny, but Elijah thinks it'll go to 001. I think it may go to 001 to 004. And then if it reaches 004, I think it's going to be a drastic crash. And that'll be probably in January or something. But I'm not a seer. I don't know what can happen. I mean, I remember in 2017, Elijah, when people said XRP couldn't go to $1, and XRP went by $1, right? I think that what Shiba has going for it, and I'm not saying this is financial advice, I'm looking at it in an orthodox way. With Sharabium, you're gonna be able to they're gonna have their own exchange. They have the NFT game now where every time $100 worth of NFTs are gonna be automatically burned. They're still burning tokens, of course. It hasn't been listed on Robinhood yet. It was listed on Kraken today, but that really didn't do much. I mean, it did stabilize the price some. Here's my thing with Shiba, guys. Whatever it goes to, just make sure that you have a plan, whether it's setting limit orders, so that way if you're not able to log in, you're able to sell, or doing what I like to call profit trailing, right, Elijah? That means that you take profits at certain points on the way up, because you don't want to be the last person holding the bag. Okay? So have a profit plan. For those who saw my live stream last week with Ayo Breezy 33, salute to her, that's my CPA. We talked about that a little bit, how to do a profit plan. She laid it out. If you want to get the profit plan, it's on my Patreon as well, www.patreon.com, SoloTV84, where you can get the template for it and customize it yourself. I mean, it's worth the $5 alone, in my opinion. So I highly recommend that. And shout out to D Wayne 2827 with the $20 super chat. Hey, yo, Elijah, man, are you ever planning to do some live streams in the future, bro?
I should. I really should.
Yeah. Because, really, bro, like, there's going to be a lot of people coming into the space in the next month or two. So you got a lot of game, bro. So they're going to want your knowledge, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I should definitely be more vocal about my ideas. I got to get into the right setting to really lock in on that, like talking about it. You know, I think there's a lot of people that could really be a part. Like, everyone should be a part of this space. The way I think about it, everyone should really be a part of this space.
Facts. You know, everybody should be part of the space. You know what I'm saying? But see, here's the sad part, Elijah. People, you know, I got to keep it real. People aren't going to listen unless you get their attention. That's why I always throw up these girls. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the only way I got to get some of these people's attention.
Hey, views just went up 500.
Let's go. You know, we got Bernice in the building. You know what I mean? I'm talking about Bernice. You know what I mean? That's how you're going to get these guys' attention. You put Bernice on the screen, they're going to come through. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm telling you, you going to have Bernice eating ice cream sundaes when you cash out on Solana. You know, not financial advice, bro, but, you know, I'm just saying. You know? Anyway, we're out. Well, I didn't mean it like that, but anyway, we're out.
You got a little too realistic there for a second.
Oh, man. Hey, man, listen. I got to hold this one for myself, though. Real talk. Hold up.
I'm Michael Jordan. Stop it. Get some help.
Beta.